Yeah, keep saying memes to keep things interesting. Go ahead. It'll work.
Health returns.
Nice.
The world is a safer place.
Can't carry more.
Oh, great. Well, let's clear things up a bit, shall we? Can't clear things up. Have to head back to town. Being a wizard is all about DPS. Defense doesn't really matter. Nice. Can build one of these. Vitality. Fuck that shit. Yes! That is what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Not even close.
Hey, most of my items have almost no blood left on them.
Oh, this is all stuff I can't use. So close.
Holy, do you see that enemy over there?
No. What am I supposed to be seeing? Oh, I see. I see what you did there. Whoa, hey!
A worthy opponent.
Doubtful. Sandtark. Danan. 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 Bonk. He exploded into meat. Just like Jaws. Yeah. Poetic justice.
Need more arcane power.
Lol, how do I arcane torrent? You see that? That was an attack, not your little wimp thrust. Healthy thrust! Spear thrust. Thrust. Nice.
Only demons could live out here.
Not true. I just stepped on a snake. Snakes aren't demons. There's scorpions. Snakes and scorpions and demons, oh my. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Oh! There's another lost satchel from Cain. Cain's lost satchel.
Is the
Another one
most
of his.
elusive of the 7 evils, and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the prime evils. This began the burning hell's civil war, which ended with
So
the
basically
dark
he's the
exile
perfect
of the
girlfriend,
prime
because
evils
he's
to
manipulative.
our mortal realm.
I wouldn't exactly call that
Captain of
perfect
the guard.
girlfriend, but...
You are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to
I need you.
I need you to... Don't just cut me off,
Here
lady.
you are.
No! He would never betray me! Strike her down!
Medusas,
You're
attack!
full of lies, Magda. The truth is, he was dead the minute you killed him.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town.
Hi. I freed guys down there. Problem? Obviously, he had a problem.
Has Magda reached out?
Oh, man. That almost came up as puke.
Magda will soon pay for your death, Deckard Cain.
First I started Arcane Torrent, but then I was like, fuck that. With Force, bitch.
Need more time.
Oh, a shaman.
Need more time.
Not elusive no more.
Need more arcane power.
The Lost Caravan. Fuck that, dungeon building.
A worthy opponent.
No, not really. Like I said, this game's easy. You know, there's a lot of people that like watching Let's Plays, and there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. But when it gets to the point that people are like asking for a specific game over and over and over and over again, and they're subscribed to multiple people who do the same Let's Play and have the same content as the game they're suggesting, it just gets out of hand. And I'm talking about a specific person. You know who you are. You know who the fuck you are. And I'm saying, why don't you get fucking Diablo 3 yourself? Unless, of course, your parents don't love you enough to get you a better computer, because I know how old you are. And I know you're not old enough to work, so your parents don't love you enough to get you a better computer so you can play Diablo 3. So why don't you go out, fire your parents, and get some new ones, and see if they will buy you a better computer to play Diablo 3 on. Because I'm fucking sick of your whining. So, you know, there you go.
It's a wonder how people are able to live off these barren dunes.
What I'm basically trying to say is, if you like a game so much, fucking go play it. Watching only is so much fun. Watching only gets you so far. I mean, sex looks fun. Sure, you watch porn. Yeah, it looks fun. But when you actually do it, oh, it's so much better. So much better than watching. Unless you're one of those freaks that likes to watch instead of actually doing. Get off more than just doing instead of watching. But, you know, that's beside the point. Actually, no, that is exactly the point. Watching is a lot less fun than doing. I thought Amnesia Dark Descent was a pretty scary game when I first watched Halloween play it, and I'm like, oh man, I could never do this. I could never play this. And now that I'm Let's Playing it, I'm like, oh my god, this game is so good, I want to play this more. And it is scary, but it is very fun. That's part of the fun. So, you know, you kid, 14-year-old bitch, yes, I'm insulting you, hoping that you will stop watching my videos, because I don't need a little whiny bitch who says, I want this, I want this, I want this, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If you did that with your parents, then I wouldn't mind, because they would probably get you what you want. I, however, being the idiot that I am, finally did this after you asking so many times. So you're finally getting what you want, but I'm not getting what I want, which is a good experience in gaming. So, you know, fuck you. Fuck you to the bowels of hell, where Satan will cornhole you for all eternity. And if you actually believe in heaven and hell, when I just instilled your beliefs upon yourself. Try to make sense of that, because it doesn't make sense to me. Lol, how do I grammar?
We've overcome many trials, and even more lie ahead. It pleases me to know we shall meet them side by side.
You know, you've already said that already. Dun 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 dun. You better not flag me. WMG sucks.
You're waiting.
I probably shouldn't have even said that since I'm partnered, but cat's out of the bag. In fact, nobody likes WMG. Nobody really does. Newsflash, nobody likes WMG.
Good.
Awesome. You know, WMG is the precursor to SOPA, PIPA, and ACTA. If PIPA, ACTA, and SOPA actually, you know, like, become reality, which is scary as hell because that means there will be no more Let's Plays by anybody. There will be no more Let's Players. And this subculture community of YouTube will no longer, will cease to be. Which will raise a lot of, you know, like, people will act, and they will act violently. The whole video gaming community, hell, Machinima will be shut down if those bills pass. Machinima will literally cease to be because of the copyright laws. Nobody will ever get to preview games except on commercials. You know, so most of the games that I bought, I watched Let's Plays of before I even bought them to see if they were good. So, you know, try before you buy whole thing. Demos, Steam doesn't do demos very well, I'll just say that. Because there's not demos for every game. If there was demos for every game on Steam, I would have not have wasted a lot of money on games that don't even work on my computer. Like Painkiller, one of the Painkiller games doesn't work. I bought it for like $10, and as soon as I started it up, the graphics wasn't supported, so it gave me a white screen, and I'm like, fuck! I spent $10 on nothing. Same thing with Star Wars Republic Commando. I bought Republic Commando for like $15, and now it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all because my graphics card isn't supported because it's too old. The game's too old. So if I had a demo to, like, you know, let me know that it wasn't going to work, then I would have saved myself $15. Same thing with Sacred 2 Fallen Angel. Yes, I know people have gotten it to work on their computers that are really new and stuff like that, but mine just doesn't work. It doesn't work on my computer, and I can't for the life of me figure out why. Also, Fallout 3. My computer has too many cores for Fallout 3 to run. Not New Vegas, just Fallout 3. And I don't know how other Let's Players got it to run. I don't know how other people got it to run when they have multiple cores, but I wasted $30 on that.
Need more time.
So, pretty pissed. Pretty damn pissed. Trying to think of other games that I bought without actually trying them out before to see if they worked. Oh, I don't know. And also, I bought a couple games that I thought were going to be good because they looked good, they looked cool, but turned out to suck. And I never play them because they suck. And I spent money on them, but they suck because they didn't have demos that I could use, that I could play to see if I wanted to play them. Like X-Blades. That game looked fun. you know, from the screenshots and stuff. It's like, oh, cool, this is fun. This is like a rip-off Devil May Cry, kind of. It's like one of those Twitch fighters. Those Twitch hack and slashers. And, you know, I bought it for 30 bucks, and I played it for 5 minutes. I'm like, you know what, this really sucks. The main character is really hot, but I'm sorry, I can't play this. So there's 30 bucks down the drain. Let's see, what else? Frickin' Arma 2. 35 bucks down the drain. Because it looked fun on the screenshots, they made it look fun. All of my friends played it to say, hey, Frag, this is a really good game. Why don't you play this? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll play this. I'll take a look. And I bought it, and it sucked. I played it for like 2 hours, and I'm like, you know what? I can't play this because this is not my kind of game. Why didn't they say that this was that kind of game? And what I mean by that is a game that takes for... It's got a wicked steep learning curve. And the controls are shit because there's way too many controls. There's way too many commands, and it's just shit. Well, to me anyway. A lot of people like Arma 2 and the Arma series, but I just don't have any patience for those kind of games. Sole exception being X3. I just recently bought Terran Conflict for like $4 because it was on sale. I can't resist sales. I'm weak against sales. Steam used sale. It's super effective. So anyways, yeah, I bought X3, and I don't have a HOTA setup, which is hand-on throttle. I forget what the A stands for, but it's hand-on throttle. It's like a two-handed joystick, where on the left side is the throttle, and on the right side is the joystick. And I don't have that good kind of setup. I don't even have a joystick anymore because it doesn't fit. It doesn't. I only have USB ports on my computer, and all the new joysticks are USB. And my old joystick had its own special plug, and it was on my old computer. So now it's not compliant with my new computer. So, well, it's not really my new computer anymore. I've had it for 1.5 years, so my most recent computer, I guess. So it won't fit. I can't use it. That's kind of a bummer. But Egosoft did retool the controls to make it comfortable for mouse and keyboard. But no matter how hard I try to accept it, it's just not the same. So until I get enough money to save up enough money for a HOTA controller or a HOTA joystick, I'm not going to be playing X3 Terran Conflict anytime soon. So it's just going to be sitting on my computer. But it was $4, so can't pass up a good deal like that. Let's see. I went through Arma 2. The sole exception being X3. X3 is... I played that game a lot, it's awesome. Let's see here. What other games do I have? I have like 138 games on Steam. I bought 138 games. I'm trying to remember them all. It's kind of difficult too, as you can imagine. Two Worlds 2, no, I played that for a long time. That was a good game. That was worth the $50 I paid for it. Borderlands was worth it. Friggin' Alan Wake. I made a Let's Play of that, but that was before I used Camtasia, so I deleted that. Probably gonna play it again in a long time. Let's see. Chronicles of Riddick was worth it. Totally worth it, I should say. Chronicles of Riddick was totally worth it. Oh, you're not going anywhere, dude. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. There you go. Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick, totally worth it. Binding of Isaac, played that for a while. Not my kind of game, but hey, it was $5. So not feeling too bad about that.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over terror left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted
I don't know.
many humans,
I'll think of some. I will think of some. Alien vs. Predator, totally worth it. Excellent game. Totally awesome game. Made a Let's Play of that, of course. Totally worth that game. Spent $60 on Diablo 3. I don't know how long I've played this. Can't keep track because it's not on Steam, but still worth it. Probably the best thing that happened with Steam. This is why I love Steam. I bought the original Half-Life on CD many years back, many years back. And when I registered it on Steam, it said, okay, we detect that your CD key for Half-Life is valid. Would you like to receive Blue Shift, Counter-Strike, Dave Defeat, and Opposing Force for free? And I'm like, hells yes, sign me up for that shit. And that's why I love Steam so much, because they gave me those expansions, plus Counter-Strike and Day of Defeat, for fucking free, because I had the original Half-Life. So I am super happy about that. When I first found out, I was like, oh my god, 2 extra games, 2 extra full games for free. Of course, when I say full games, I mean Blue Shift took me 4 hours to beat. And Opposing Force took me a little bit longer, but that's beside the point. The point is, they're not as big as the first game, as Half-Life, but they're still pretty epic.
I owe you everything.
They are still pretty damn epic. Haven't gotten around to purchasing Half-Life 2 yet. Yeah, got it for the Xbox, the original Xbox. No, not the orange box package. I got it for the Xbox. Played it, loved it. Nowadays, as I played on the it on the PC once. Not a big fan. I know Half-Life 2, best game ever. A lot of people think it's the best game ever. I think it's a little bit too jumpy. When I say jumpy, I mean platformy. When I say platformy, I mean first-person shooter should not have platforms. Should not be platforms.
I can't pick up anything else.
Platforming should stay in platformers. Period, stop, end of sentence, end of argument. There you go. Attack speed increased by 3%. Yeah, right. As if. Let's see what other games I have that weren't worth it. Totally weren't worth it. Some games that I totally wish that I never bought.